Opening day of big game season in Montana brings with it a flurry of activity. Wardens are busy year-round, but the big game season means long days, short nights, and no shortage of excitement.
You step out for a minute?
And if that's not enough, we take to the field with a decoy operation to catch poachers in the act. Later, we revisit an investigation that shows how persistence and hard work can help bring a poacher to justice. It all starts now on Wardens.
Wrong. Should be 4 shooting hours. There we go. You want to go to jail, Jay?
The 2011 Montana big game hunting season starts October 22nd, but Warden Brian Goalie knows that some hunters, well, they like to get an early start.
Hello, Game Warden. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. We're doing some coyote hunting.
All right, you guys going in here then?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just gonna sign in real quick and
All right,
go kill some coyotes.
all right.
How you been?
You guys, I don't know if they allow coyote hunting at night. Have you checked with the colony on that?
I was reading on the.
Have you killed any lately?
We did kill one. We killed one out in Ulm.
Wow.
There was a sheep farmer down there. We were driving down the road,
Okay.
just looking at deer and stuff, and happened to see two coyotes along the river.
All right.
He said,
You got
"Yeah, go
spotlights and stuff then?
What's that?
You got spotlights or what?
No, sir. No spotlights.
How do you
or
kill them then?
With just the headlights if they're
Okay.
close. That's all. I mean, if they're within the headlight distance, that's all we use.
All right. Okay, I get a lot of problems with spotlighting out here, so that's why I check into it, okay?
Yeah, I don't spotlight. I know it's.
Okay, using your headlights is spotlighting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Now you can shoot coyotes with the aid of artificial light, okay,
Right.
but you have to have permission.
okay.
And just because you sign in, that's not legally access. That's not legal access for this block management. Because if you read what that says, it says for hunting big game. You're getting permission to hunt big game.
Right. Deer, elk, antelope, upland, game bird, and other.
It does not say spotlighting at night.
Oh. Okay.
See, this is a contract that you're agreeing to
Right,
go on this
right.
property that they've agreed to.
Right.
Anything that you do besides that, you need to contact the landowner.
Okay.
So they may not allow you to drive around here at night spotlighting.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
that's something you
I'll
need to do.
definitely
Have you ever
contact
been in
them.
trouble for anything before? Nothing. Just good guys, huh? All right.
Got a speeding ticket once.
That happens. Yeah. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I told you I thought that was okay, because I just don't know
Okay.
with these
well,
guys.
I'll put this back then. That's,
Yeah.
We just.
In fact, I'm out here tonight because somebody shot one of the sign-in boxes with a shotgun.
What?
Yep.
I don't do that. Shit. I don't.
Yeah,
condone it.
yeah, I don't-
definitely
I
cancel
believe
that
you.
if I saw that.
Okay. Free to go, my man.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Take it easy.
You too.
Good luck.
Earlier the same day, Warden Kelly Freedy stops by the locker plant to check youth hunters who in Montana get a 2-day head start over the adults for deer hunting only.
These guys are with the youth hunter program that we have.
Okay.
The Cascade Sheriff's Association, the Montana Game Warden Association, and the Russell Country Sportsmen. They get kids from around the area here, and most of them, I think, it's usually their first animal that they get. So what I'm doing here today too with these guys is just, you know, taking a look at their tags, you know, making sure that they did that part right, you know, and making it a positive experience for these kids to, you know, maybe this is the first time they've had anything going on with the game warden. And all right, good, Cole. Good job.
I'm one of the head intake guys here at the House of Meats, and everybody here, these 2 days of the kids coming in, We've been donating our time here in the intake room.
We've got a youth deer hunt going on right now. So I'm just down here greeting the kids kind of as they come in and checking some licenses and talking to the kids about their hunt. It's great to be down here and see the looks on their faces when they jump out of the truck and they've got a big buck or, you know, their first doe or whatever it is. They're all just happy and some of them have that tired look to them too because they work pretty hard to do it. But
First one, huh? Second. This program, I think, can feel is extremely neat for the kids. It gives them a chance to go out 2 days early before the lead starts flying and before the grown-ups get out there. There you go.
What do you think of that?
Awesome.
Where's that gonna go?
Where's the hat? It's gonna probably get mounted.
It is.
And then when they get partnered with a good, you know, sheriff or however they do it, they get to learn and be safe. They get to learn gun safety. They get to learn about ethical shots, making sure your target's clear and beyond and all that.
I'm down here just greeting these kids, doing that stuff to kind of give a positive light, you know, to the game warden as far as maybe their first experience with a game warden.
The young kids are the future sportsmen in Montana, so you need to take care of them and show them the way.
Anticipation builds as tomorrow is opening day. Will everything go smoothly or will craziness ensue?
And then I got these guys driving up the road. Dang, it's gonna be a busy day. Whew.
The night before the big game opener in Montana, Region 4 Warden Brian Goalie answers a few questions while fueling his truck.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 2 tags for some whitetail and 445.
Okay.
This is BLM land. What it's showing?
That's state land.
State land.
Yeah.
Is it huntable?
Milligan Road. Let me have a look at this.
Down the state there. Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, that is accessible as long as you can find it.
Okay.
It's not marked by fences.
It's not.
So how would you find that piece of state land and know that you're on it?
Look for signs.
There'll be no signs.
Post markings.
Not on that piece.
Is any of this land huntable for my taggers? Yeah.
It is because
It is.
almost a large portion of it is a block management.
I have the big Region 4 map that shows.
That's right, but you don't. Here, I'll show
But I
you.
don't have the door-to-door.
That's right.
The homeowners land.
That's right.
landowners maps.
That's what you have to have.
Do you have any?
No, I do. I have one set for me and my job, and I can't give them to you. This coming week, if you do your homework, you'll feel much better.
I will.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Good luck, my man.
Really
We'll
appreciate
probably
it.
see you tomorrow. If I can help you some more, I'll help you some more.
I'll be sitting out there.
All right.
100 miles to the southwest in Region 2 near Missoula, Captain Jeff Darrow prepares for what could be his last big game opener as a game warden.
Been watching some elk up here in this valley for the last week. There's a couple hundred head. There we go, there they're running now. There's a couple hundred head. It's hunting season 2011. And I've just heard the shots. We got a big bunch of elk on the run here.
I hope those people weren't shooting from the road.
Well, there were vehicles all around over there, and that's kind of the general direction the shots came from, but I don't see any vehicles there now. Just come on down, and then it'll make another jog, and where it makes that other jog, the elk are right there.
Yeah, copy. I don't know right where that's at.
2821.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we got a bull that's dying. Nobody around it. We're gonna watch it for a bit, see what happens. He's a mature 6-point. He's straight to the, I guess would be the north of you. If you look over, you see this kind of Quonset hut with a bunch of trees around it. It's a shed, metal shed.
Yeah, 10-4.
There's a combine out here. If you see the combine, he's near that wheel line. He's laying kind of on a bank. He's laying there dying. There's a combine and a cat out there. He's straight up from that cat. He's not all the way dead, but he's laying there with his head stretched out, and every once in a while he picks it up. I don't see any hunters around.
Back to the northeast, Warden Brian Goalie's day starts with a tip Mont call.
Got it. Do you have a phone number for the complainant? Oh, great. All right, well, I couldn't be farther away, so I'll see if I can get another warden, but I'll take care of it. Okay, bye. And then I got these guys driving up the road. Dang, it's gonna be a busy day. Whew. I really want to check these guys. Whoa! Look at that gun. See now, that's the kind of gun that kills a bear. How's it going?
It's going. We just got here.
Just got here. Yeah, I got
I was thinking tomorrow morning might be a good day to hunt, and we got up here early and gonna go down and see who's wrecked my cabin this year.
Well, somebody was down there recently, a black truck. Did you see anybody come out here? Because I got a call.
Oh.
That's
no.
why I came up here. Black?
It was a dark color.
Where'd that go?
It was coming out. Where was that truck? Oh, it's way down by Taft's.
Oh, I must have missed it. See you guys.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Good luck. Yeah, when these landowners go out and contact these hunters that are trespassing, you know, sometimes it gets violent. I've had in the past where it's actually gotten physical, and you know, that's our job, is to deal with that.
With crippled elk in Region 2 and trespassers in Region 4, how will this day end up?
I just want to ask you just a quick question. When I asked you if you got anything today, you said no. How come?
You're watching Wardens only on Outdoor Channel. Trespassing is a serious offense in Montana that can lead to hefty fines and possible jail time.
Wow, you are bloody.
Yeah, that happened.
I'm Brian Goalie. I'm the game warden up here. How's it going?
I heard he called you, Brian.
Yeah, he called me, the landowner, and said, he must have called you when you were there with him?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So you know more about this than I do.
Yep. Oh, well,
Okay.
I don't know. He might have told you a lot.
Yeah, he just said that you were on his property with a bull elk, and I went up there, and by then you were gone.
Oh, you went up?
Yeah, I went all the way up. So I got your game cart in the back of my truck.
Oh, and the elk is?
The elk is up there because it was hot. They're going to lift it up with a tractor and skin it all out.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so, but the problem is the landowner wants to prosecute for trespassing. And I don't control that as a game warden. That's the only law. I have no jurisdiction to control. Okay, you understand that?
Yeah, well.
I mean, he files a complaint, there's nothing I can do.
You know, he's retired military. He's I mean, it's not the kind of guy you would think would be.
Right.
All right, but what I told him is I'm going to give him a trespass ticket. I don't want you to ruin his life or anything.
No, I understand that, yeah.
But I want a trespass ticket.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's the only way you're going to stop this.
Well, that's why I'm doing this.
Have you ever been up there before?
Yeah, like I say, I've owned that property for 15 years, and I park at the gate and I walk up that ridge.
Right.
And then I walk back down and take a big circle up.
Right. I actually think I tracked you last year. Did you ever walk up there in the snow?
Last year? No, not last.
Was it the year before?
Probably.
Okay, I can't remember what year it is, but I did track somebody from a cabin. Okay, no doubt. I mean, it's a clear-cut case. He's on your place, no doubt. 100%. You're willing to testify?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roy saw it too. No deal.
Oh, yeah.
No
He
problem.
was way in
Okay.
my place. It wasn't like he was on the fence line. If he
Okay.
was on the fence line, I'd have probably let him go.
Okay.
I mean, but he shot it way into my property.
Come on over and I'll have you jump in the side there.
Yeah, that was a lot of work for Doc.
I know. Well, I want you to understand, I don't think this is the end of the world. You know, everybody makes mistakes. It's how you handle it, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's going to affect your hunting and fishing privileges. It is a misdemeanor, so it won't be on your record. I understand that it's not fun, and I understand that you are upset about it. And for me, that's actually a good thing because it tells me that you care. You know what I mean? Well, all right, my man. See you later. Better circumstances next time, and I'm sorry that happened too.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, but somebody will get some milk, I guess.
You're exactly
What do
right.
you do with those horns?
Usually we take them to our office, and then we have a trophy sale, they call it.
Okay, well, good luck on the sale.
See you later. So basically what this is a great, big, beautiful area subdivided into 20-acre chunks. This area back here has just been a constant problem. And it's been a long time trying to get it cleared up as far as, you know, what legally people can do. They think, oh, these subdivisions are no man land. I can do what I want. And that's really not the case. And sometimes I find out the hard way.
100 miles to the southwest, just outside Missoula, Montana, Captain Jeff Darrow's case of the crippled elk was resolved by the landowner. He has moved down the road and makes several stops checking hunters along the way.
There you go. Thank you much. Yep. You bet. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
How's the field doing today?
You know, we camped out at Potomac this morning because there was a herd of about 200 there in the valley, and just wanted to make sure that that didn't get western, you know. And it was pretty good. They got the herd bull out of the bunch and a couple cows, I think. And we just checked a couple cows down here at the intersection, and then as we're coming up the road, another bull was coming out. So they're killing some elk, I guess.
The elk harvest seems to be going well in the west, but will deer hunters in central Montana make the right choice? A veteran of the force working his 26th opening day, Captain Jeff Darrow knows how to smell trouble.
We're running a check station here east of Missoula.
Hunters are required to stop at check stations, which wardens operate for a variety of reasons. A check station might be set up to catch a specific suspected offender, or a larger check station might be set up to spot and check licenses or look for other possible violations. Jeff checked several vehicles with nothing out of the ordinary.
Howdy, guys. Good. How was hunting today? Any luck?
No.
Nothing, huh? You see anything?
I saw a couple mule deer.
That was it?
Oh,
that was it? Huh. You have your hunting licenses with you? What'd you get today? Yeah. And I'd ask if they had been successful, and they said no. But I could smell like a I guess a narcotics cop could smell drugs in a vehicle. I could smell elk. And I looked at the passenger, and he had blood on his pants and blood on his hands. I just saw the blood on you, that's why I asked.
Oh, no.
Yeah, now I can smell the elk. So I just asked him, you know, what'd you kill today? And he said, oh, I helped a guy with an elk. And I said, well, where's the elk? And he said, oh, well, it's back. It'll come out later. Okay. All righty. Okay, well, I see legs behind you right now. Is this them? Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna check them here. Howdy.
How you doing?
Good, how are you today? My golly, you got elk all over the place. What do we got, 2 cows?
2 cows.
Okay, all right. You guys are the 2 lucky guys?
No. That guy there and one in that truck.
Which one, the passenger or the driver?
Passenger.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Hang on, I'll be right back.
When I asked the driver of that vehicle who harvested the elk, he said, well, one of the guys in my truck and then one of the guys in the truck that I just checked where they said they didn't kill any elk. Can you step out for a minute?
250 miles to the east in Region 5 near Columbus, Montana, Warden Paul Lukey is about to set up a deer decoy.
Oh, that's a shooter. Some things you got to think about when you're running a decoy is hiding the vehicle is obviously very important, because if they see the vehicle, they're not going to shoot at the simulated wildlife decoy. Works. Perfect. All right. I think the way it's set up is pretty dang good right there.
A day earlier, Warden Lukey scouted the location for his vehicle and for our cameras to be able to catch the action.
Have you with the radio up there. We won't see the vehicles coming. I mean, they'll be right on us before we can see them coming, but you'll see them coming from a long ways, I think, from up there. So the idea is you want to be able to see the decoy from where you're hiding, but not have them be able to see the truck. And we're going to put it over there on the other side of the road, hide the truck back here, and the idea is to catch these road hunters, which are pretty serious resource abusers.
With the decoy in place, it's not long and the first vehicle appears.
Okay, we can't see them. Oh, they're coming back.
Because this is public land, a hunter who exits the road could legally shoot at this decoy.
Need a shot. Need a shot.
Did you say you think he's okay? Guess we tricked you, didn't we?
I guess.
No,
he did.
Nope. Yep, we saw that. We saw the whole thing. I appreciate it. You have a license, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just check your license. And the bad part about it is you don't get the deer, but the good part about it is you're legal, which we like to see.
When we return, a trophy bull elk has been shot illegally, and a suspected shooter claims innocence. We flash back to 2005 and discover how wardens use technology and persistence to bring a lawbreaker to justice.
The one on the left is from the burn. Okay. The one on the right is the one you got from the elk. And
it's opening day of the Montana General Big Game season. Warden Brian Goalie has dealt with trespassers.
I mean, he files a complaint, there's nothing I can do.
While Warden Captain Jeff Darrow has had crippled elk and a young man who struggles with the truth.
Can you step out for a minute?
Region 5 Warden Paul Lukey has had shooters on a decoy. There's no such thing as a typical day for Montana game wardens. All have memorable cases in their career, and Warden's case files will take us along for the ride on one of these cases.
It was opening day of hunting season. I think the year was 2005, and I was patrolling a wildlife management area called the 3 Mile Game Range, which is basically my back door. It had been kind of a slow morning. I got a cell phone call from our Tipmont hotline, which is our turn-in poachers hotline, that said that there was a trespass in the vicinity. Could I respond? And I said, yeah, I could. I was probably 20 minutes to a half hour from being there, but
I knew the ranch, and I said, yeah, I can respond, and they gave me well, I had the rancher's phone number anyway. So I called him and told him I was on my way. You know, just thought it was a basic trespass, and deal with those, you know, 100 times throughout your career. Somebody got where they weren't supposed to be on opening day, so didn't think much about it. At that time, didn't even really know there was an animal down at that point. On my way there, before I'd actually got onto the ranch property, but quite hadn't got to the where the rancher was. By then, I'd found out that there was a dead elk. I was stopped by a pickup that I didn't recognize, and the driver exited the vehicle, kind of frantically waving his arms, and didn't really know what's going on, but stopped and talked to him and see what was going on. And first thing he said was Jeff, which was surprising because I didn't know who this was. He knew my name. That's Jeff. I didn't do what they said I did. I said, well, I don't even know what they said you did yet, so calm down. And he had a young male in the vehicle with him, and he calmed down and he just said, you know, I didn't do what they said I did. And I said, well, you know, I got to go talk to him. And at that point, he offered up without me even asking. He said, you know, you can check my gun. I haven't even fired my gun today.
Okay.
And I thought that was unusual because
Hadn't been fired.
most people don't offer that up right away. And
Do you have any
so
other
right away, I
guns?
figured, well, I'm going to look at a gun that didn't shoot, you know, or wasn't used. So he showed it to me, and I believe it was a 300 short Win Mag. And I wrote the serial number down and looked at him and said, well, have you fired any gun today? And he said no. And he glanced in and looked at the young fellow. I said, how about you? Did you shoot a gun today? And he looked at me kind of, you know, kind of scared, I suppose. You know, he shook his head no. And he said, you can look in the vehicle if you want. So we did. There was no other gun. And so I said, well, I need to have you go down the road here and wait for me. I'll go talk to the landowner and see what's up. Still really didn't know what was going on. So went up and met the landowner. He pointed out a pretty large bull that was laying out in this field.
It was big, and we were going to shoot it, but unfortunately, these guys over here shot us first. So now
They didn't have permission to be in here, right?
no, they did not have permission to be in here. So
And where did they shoot from?
they shot from right back there in that tree line. We could see two orange hunter dots.
Two guys? Was it just one guy shooting? Or
One guy shooting, yeah.
how many shots?
Two shots. Heard two shots.
And what did they do after they shot?
They just snuck back into the trees. We never saw them. They never came back to the animal.
They never came back.
No.
So did you guys yell at them, or did they see you guys coming after them? Or
No, I don't think they saw us from where our position was, because we were positioned up over here. I don't think they knew we were there. But
So this was the bull you guys were trying to get, huh?
Tell that there was a good chance there was a bullet in the elk because it wasn't a through and through shot. So gutted out the elk, got out a metal detector and went through tore the paunch apart. Couldn't find a hit on it on the metal detector, but I was getting a hit on it in the shoulder. So loaded up the elk and then went over to that tree where they saw the orange and looked around. There were two brass laying under that tree, real bright, shiny brass. They hadn't been there, you know, brass kind of dulls after a season. That was shiny brass and it was opening day, so it was a good chance that was, you know, those were the bullets. So collected those. At that time, told him I'd go down and talk to the guy, see what I could get. I went back down to interview the guy again, and he stuck to his story. He said it wasn't me. You know, I didn't do it.
With only shell casings in his hand as evidence, Captain Jeff Darrow will need more to solve this mystery. What will break this case open? You're watching Wardens only on Outdoor Channel. Warden case file number 4851. Captain Jeff Darrow is leading with a trespassing issue and an illegal elk shooting. All he has so far is a couple of shell casings from a shooting range, a dead bull elk, a possible witness, and an alleged shooter who stopped Jeff on the road.
Got his phone number, let him go, and just said, you know, if I need to talk to you, I'll be in touch. And so he left. Anyway, I took the elk back to the office that day, took it to the, what we call the meat room, or it's kind of our lab, I guess, and ran the metal detector over the elk, and I was able to get a pristine bullet out of the elk, and put the micrometers on it. To best of my ability, it looked like it was about a 243. It was a Grand Slam bullet. I'm not a reloader. I learned that from this case. There was a GS on the bottom of the bullet, and so that was a pretty significant deal there. So that was a good start. You know, I have a bullet from the elk, had brass, so I potentially could match it to a gun, and through tool marks and ballistics. I went back out to the ranch that day, talked to the rancher, and it kind of pointed out a spot where maybe this fella had target practiced the day before. So I went out there, and the targets were still up on an old wooden fence post, and I had a laser pen in my truck. I'm not a high-tech guy, but I just happened to have one in my truck that day. There was a bank behind the target, probably 75, 80 yards behind the target, good backstop. Just kind of took my little laser pen and put it through the hole on the target. Got a rough idea on the bank where that bullet would have hit, and just kind of visually marked it with my eye and walked up there with the metal detector and started looking around, and I couldn't find anything that night. And so I went back again the next day with the metal detector, and geez, I wasn't there 5 minutes, and I got a hit and dug it up, and it was a Grand Slam bullet. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And looked around some more, and I found 3 bullets, I think, that day out of the hill. Those were all Grand Slam bullets. So now I got a bullet that I'm thinking might have a chance to match the bullet that was in the elk, and starting now to be able to pin it on them a little bit more because they were there shooting the day before. So I had that, but I wanted to make sure, so I ran that bullet to the lab. The lab guys did me a favor at the state crime lab. They looked at them real quick.
Captain Darrow called us, and he'd recovered a bullet that was taken out of where these guys were target practicing sometime earlier, and he also recovered a bullet from a killed elk, and he brought those in. He couldn't find the gun. He just wanted to find out if they were fired from the same gun. So he would have brought those in to us to look at, to examine and look at the microscopic imperfection to determine if they were fired from the same gun. All right, so if you look up here, the one on the left is from the berm. Okay. The one on the right is the one you got from the elk, and right down here is a hairline. So what you're looking at is two separate bullets. In the case that we don't get a gun, we compare the evidence to make sure and tell them if it was fired from the same gun. A lot of times we get one bullet cases, so we generally give them a list of possible guns that could have fired it. And all these marks that you see on there are the striations from the inside of the barrel. Oh. So with that information, I can tell you that those were fired from the same gun.
You're positive they came from the same gun?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It comes down to the way that the gun is manufactured, the barrel is manufactured. Inside the barrel is what's called rifling. There's raised and lowered portions throughout the whole barrel. And when that bullet is fired through there are microscopic imperfections that are impressed into and onto that bullet. And then those are the areas that we look at. A lot of, for the layman, the scratches on the bullet that you look at, those are individual to that rifle. So we would be taking a look at those microscopically to determine if they were fired from the same gun.
They were fired from the same gun. That's awesome.
Yep.
It gives me a lot more confidence because the one was from the animal and the one was shot the day before at a target. So, and I know who was shooting at the target. So that's
Good.
great. Hey, thanks, Travis.
Yep.
Appreciate it very much. Cool. I'm on my way.
"50 miles east of Missoula, Montana, Warden Jeff Darrow has set up a check station on opening day. A pair of hunters had stopped claiming they had not killed elk, but did help another hunter pack one out. The second vehicle arrives and the story evolves.
When I asked the driver of that vehicle who harvested the elk, he said, well, one of the guys in my truck and then one of the guys in the truck that I just checked where they said they didn't kill any elk. I just want to ask you just a quick question. When I asked you if you got anything today, you said no. How come? You don't have a cow permit?
No, I do.
How come you said no?
Because accidentally we were quartering it out and cut the head off. So.
Oh, is that what you did? Oh, okay. All right. Just be straight up with me, dude. All right? Yeah. Okay. You could tell he was pretty nervous. He was, kind of shaking his head, and he said, well, I screwed up. So what you got is an elk in there with no evidence of sex on it or something?
Well, we have the head. We quartered it, but no, we didn't. Because then afterwards we read the regs, and we were freaking out because we didn't keep the sack on there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
On one of the cows.
Just be honest with me, dude.
All right.
I'll treat you fair.
All right.
Okay, let's go look at it real quick. So he was just nervous, didn't know what to say, made the wrong decision by telling me something that wasn't true, and we just had a little discrepancy. When they came through, I asked them if they harvested anything today, and they said no. And I knew we had because we could smell the elk and see the blood, but
his tag's on.
Yeah, he just said that he's maybe screwed up and didn't leave the evidence of sex attached or something, and that was why he was. So is it the one that's cut in half? Is that yours? Yeah. Oh, okay. Where's the tag? The tag's right there. All righty. And you just cut the head off, and that's all the problem was? Was that?
We still have the tag.
Okay. All right. Not the end of the world. All right. So here's the front half, and then the hind half is right here. Okay. Yeah, I just want to look at it real quick. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And you got the head right there. Okay. All righty. All righty. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to write you a ticket. I'm not going to take your elk, but I am going to write you a warning ticket. Okay? Just kind of for not telling me right up front. Okay? All right? And that way you'll just have a warning ticket. Doesn't go on your record. You don't have to do anything like that. But anyway, we'll just do it that way. You can keep your elk and go home. Next time when I ask you, just tell me. All right, good enough. It does sound like that's what it was. He got excited and removed all the evidence of sex. And so what I did was I gave him a warning citation for that, and kind of lectured him on telling me the truth the next time he comes to the check station. And you could tell he felt bad. He didn't seem like he was the kind of kid that did that all the time. He felt pretty bad about it. So hopefully he learned a lesson, and next time he talks to a game warden, he tells the truth. Okay, well, you bet. We'll see you guys. You bet.
Appreciate it.
You betcha.
Appreciate it a lot.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
When we return, it's back to solving Captain Darrow's case file. It's been a blast from the past. Captain Jeff Darrow spent some time at the Montana State Crime Lab with ballistics expert Travis Spender as they attempt to match bullets from an illegally killed elk to bullets recovered from a target area presumed used by the shooter in question.
This one brings back memories. This is a rifle we seized on a case, I think about 9-10 years ago. This is I see they have the newspaper article there right with it. It was a very large case. You see poaching charges filed and a quote from the county attorney. These people are not trophy hunters, they're not sportsmen, they're just killers.
So on a daily basis, any firearm that may come into the laboratory, we're going to take that firearm, test fire it, check the safeties, make sure that it's working correctly, and test fire that firearm.
All right, here we go.
We then would gather the test fires and compare that to any fired evidence that they may have received from the crime scene, whether it be fired bullets or fired cartridge cases, and try to determine if that fired evidence was in fact fired from that firearm.
They were a match, so it was definitely fired, same gun, fired the same bullets that killed that elk that was target practicing the day before. At that point, I kind of started realizing that a gun got ditched on me, and got hidden before that guy stopped me the day before. So went up there where the vehicle was known to have been parked,
It was in a draw, kind of a gully, you know, maybe at the most 200 yards from side to side, ponderosa pine, and some brush. I just started doing circles out from the truck. There was a culvert there, and looked under the culvert and looked in the trees, and just spent a considerable amount of time back there looking for this gun. And eventually I was on the other side of the draw and was able to look across, and the ponderosa pine needles were all one color, and except for this one spot, it was the needles had been turned over, and you could tell it because it was darker. So I thought, well, I'll go there and look, and went over there, and sure enough, uncovered the needles, and there was the gun case. Unzipped the gun case, and it's a 243 with 243 bullets laying right in there in the case. So I think, all right, now I got the gun, I got the bullets. Sure, I'm gonna have fingerprints on this gun. And so I collected the gun, tagged it, evidence tag, and took it back to the office. And next day I called the guy that stopped me on the road, and I told him, I said, you know, I thought I might have some more questions to ask you, and now I do. Could you come into the office and visit? And he was congenial, so he did. Came into the office and very polite, and had him have a seat in my office. Well, the reason I brought you in here today was give you one more chance to tell me, you know, what happened out there. And you know, at the time your son was with you, and maybe you were a little nervous, didn't want to tell me, but today's the day for you to come clean on shooting that elk.
Yeah, I can't tell you, I didn't shoot that elk.
So you're telling me you didn't shoot the elk?
I didn't shoot that elk.
You know, interviewing is one of the things game wardens that pride themselves in doing or being able to do, because it's if you can't interview people, you're not going to be on top of your game. So I was ready for this guy and ready for what he might say, and of course he stuck to his guns that he didn't do it, he didn't do it, he didn't do it. And I said, well, I'm going to give you a chance to be honest, and you know, this is your last chance to be honest. And he said, I'm telling you the truth, I didn't do it. I'm going to show you something that's probably going to change your mind on that, okay? I've been up there working on this case, and I've got it made, but I'm going to show you something here. I'd put the gun in the case behind my desk. Maybe this is a little sadistic or whatever, but the gun was in the case behind my chair, and I hung my coat over it. Recognize that?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My wife's gonna kill me.
Yeah, story's changed now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He just kind of melted at that point, kind of dropped his hands in his head and said, I think the first thing he said was, my wife's gonna kill me. You know, and I at that point you have a little compassion, because if I was in the same position, I probably would have said the same thing. Wife might be a little mad.
Yeah.
But, you know, you killed a bull during archery season already, and this makes this one an over limit. So I'll just have to write the ticket, and you'll have to go see the judge. It's up to the judge. All right? This case is probably going to get a little bit of in the newspaper, because there were a lot of people that know about it. You know, landowners not happy, you know, what have you. So anyway, I won't rub it in any more than that. We poached an elk, and I'm going to write your ticket for it. Decided him for an over limit of elk, trespass. It was a trophy bull in our state. It was an $8,000 bull. I think his final sentence was about $9,000 in fines and restitution, and he lost his privileges to hunt, fish, and trap in Montana. I think it was for 2 years. It's kind of challenging, because it is kind of a cat and mouse kind of deal. And you got somebody that's clearly trying to get away with something, and they're clearly not telling you the truth. And it's up to you to go out and basically prove them different. And it's rewarding at the end of the day. You know, again, this was a one animal case, definitely not the biggest case in the world. You know, I hope maybe that 11-year-old kid or 10-year-old kid in that vehicle looked at it and said, boy, it's not worth poaching, and because those game wardens will catch you.